Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Donna Shields, that's me, and Marcia Hudnall is my guest today. She is the program director at Green Mountain at Fox Run, a women's wellness retreat focusing on healthy weight loss. And we have been discussing over the last two segments the new Food as Medicine program that is taking place up at Green Mountain in Ludlow, Vermont. And this last segment is really about rebalancing the gut. Because that is one of the primary problem areas for many women that seems to be getting in the way of them achieving successful, healthy weight loss. Marcia, since you do have a long history of working with women up there at Green Mountain, I know you're seeing some recurring issues over and over again, and I gather that this gut issue is probably one that comes to top of mind.
It definitely is, Donna. Many women do come to us with some sort of gastrointestinal problem, and it's actually something that they've often lived with for a long time. The problem can show up in many different ways, from constipation to diarrhea, bloating, gas, what they describe as acid reflux, and even symptoms that don't even seem related to their gut health.
What do you mean by that, other symptoms not related to gut health?
Well, people automatically think that if they have a problem in their gastrointestinal tract, then the symptoms only show up there. But we do know that skin irritations, joint pain, even depression can be a result of an unbalanced digestive system. So our GI system is really where the bulk of the body's immunity comes from, too. So without a healthy gut, many of us are more prone to respiratory diseases. So clearing up gut issues is generally the first place we'll start with most women who come to us to work in the food as medicine track, and it's a critical area to make sure is healthy for things to work right.
Right. So even though women may come in the door with weight loss as their primary goal, it sounds like what you're doing is to really repair and deal with a lot of these other health problems first, so that they can be successful with weight loss.
Absolutely. And also they begin to feel a whole lot better as well. It's not just about weight loss. To be clear, though, I do want to outline some of the basic things that we look at when we're rebalancing the gut. First, we want to identify and remove things that may be causing problems, whether it's foods that an individual might be sensitive to, or perhaps there's some pathogenic bacteria in the gut that's causing problems. Then we need to replace anything in the gut that needs to function properly, that the gut needs to function properly, things like good bacteria or enzymes that are necessary to digest the foods that we eat. And then we also might need to help repair the gut, which is necessary when it's inflamed as a result of food sensitivities or bad bacteria or those sorts of problems. Many nutrients can help that repair, but there are also specially formulated medical foods that can speed healing while providing valuable nutrition too.
Well, how do you actually go about doing that? Can you describe that a little bit more?
Well, it's really the whole process is often described as being like detective work. We start by looking at the predominant problem, what is really creating the most problems for the women who come to us. So, for example, if it's constipation, we start with feeding our participants wholesome foods that contain a whole lot of fiber. And if their bacterial balance is off, we may also want to supplement with prebiotics, which is food for the bacteria, and probiotics, which is the actual bacteria, to help get the levels back to a healthy point. If it's joint pain, we might start looking at whether food sensitivities are present or whether the person eats foods that may be overloading her body with toxins. In the latter case, we'd start by having her eat wholesome meals that feature mainly organic items. And in both cases, we'd be removing the things that are causing the problems. And the good news is that generally people see very quick improvement in their symptoms when you're on the right track.
Right. So while you're getting the gut all straightened out, what does that really have to do, though, then with weight loss?
Well, any disruption to the GI tract, whether it's an imbalance in bacteria or food sensitivities that are tearing up the gut and letting molecules into the blood that aren't supposed to be there, can trigger a cascade of other undesirable events in the body, such as releasing inflammatory cytokines, which can in turn alter insulin resistance, which then alters blood glucose levels. And all that can make weight loss that much more difficult. There's also a specific bacteria, which is referred to as the fat bacteria, which may cause an increased extraction of calories from the foods we eat, meaning that if someone has that bacteria or high levels of that bacteria, she may get more calories than someone else does from the same food. And all these things are interrelated in the body. So our approach is that we must help our participants become healthy in order for them to become successful at weight loss.
Well, Marcia, I doubt if most people realize just how important their digestive health is related to their weight loss. But in this new model of functional medicine, the way you've just described it, I can see how it makes perfect sense. So thanks for explaining all that in such good detail, Marcia. And if you'd like more information, folks, on this new Food as Medicine program at Green Mountain, please visit the website, www.fitwoman.com, or you can call them directly at 800-448-8106. Talk with Cindy. She'll be happy to give you more detail. And thanks for joining me today, Marcia.
It was a pleasure, Donna. Thank you.